I thought it was a very productive day for the program today. It was good. A lot of back and forth in that half scrimmage. I thought the defense dominated it early. The offense was able to put a couple drives together, a 99-yard drive to finish practice that I thought was excellent by the first team offense. Questions? Oh, let me also say, injury update for you guys. And then I'm not going to answer any questions. I'll just tell you what the situation is. Ruhan's going to be out indefinitely. It's an upper body injury. It's going to take some time. Doubtful for the first game, and then anything after that, we'll update it. Update you as we go. I would expect Peoples to be back in the next day or two, and Chaffee to be back on Monday. That's kind of the timeline right now. Questions on the football?
Cal, you talked about getting the quarterback situation sorted out early. Are we at that point yet? Are you close to maybe?
I think we're at the point where we got to have the conversation. Now that we've got 5 practices in, and Ralph and I can sit down and talk about today and see how that went. I think it's always a little bit different when they don't know what's coming. And Ralph's calling the plays off the sideline. They got to go through the signals and the mechanics. So I think we got a nice little body of work right now, and we'll see how far we can get to making some decisions.
Kyle, you talked about the high expectations for the offensive line, that you wanted them to even go further. I mean, how is the offensive line? Can you tell it's a group that's been together? Can you tell it's 5 starters?
I think you can. I didn't see a lot of mental errors in today's practice from the group up front, but I still think we could be better. I wasn't pleased with the way we started that scrimmage. I was pleased with the way we ended. So we're good on the front 7 on defense. So it's not going to be easy for either side. But mentally, I think they're in a good place right now. But I still think we can be better.
How much competition is there at right tackle right now?
Probably a question I'll be able to answer in 5 more practices. Maybe after the first scrimmage next Monday. Right now, Taj is the starter, and I think Brian's doing a good job pushing for that job.
Positions where you talk about guys will play, whether they're 1 or 2 in the depth chart. Are there any in your mind that are just completely wide open that you don't know who may start an open game?
Sure, I think probably 3 of the 4 places in the secondary are pretty open. We've got a lot of guys over there that are battling right now, and we'll have to keep evaluating it as we go. Certainly Lorenzo's going to be in the starting lineup. I don't think there's any question about that. I thought one of the interesting things, I don't know if this is in line with your question, but I thought one of the interesting things today was, the young running backs got exposed a little bit. It's the holes open and close a lot quicker at this level of football than they do in high school. And a little bit of that dancing in the hole today caught up with some of those freshmen. And then you see Justin Goodwin and Paul James go in there, and that one-step burst through the line of scrimmage is really what makes those runs go. And it was clear, who the upperclassmen were and who the freshmen were in the backfield today.
Justin looks like he's running with the.
Justin seems like he's having a good camp. What have you seen out of him this?
Very pleased with the camp Justin's having. I think it's just decisiveness, and that's another year in the offense, another year in the system. And although it's a new coordinator and it's not exactly the same, the concepts are the same. And I think you can see that he's a little bigger, he's a little stronger. Is he faster? I don't know. He was pretty fast last year.
Pulled wide out, threw away a great catch. Scrimmage. Is that the type of thing you're looking for from a kid with that type of talent?
Yeah, it's kind of been his career. It's really what he does. I said the other day, that we don't have a player on the team who's stronger to the ball than Leonte Carew, and that is his greatest asset as a receiver. And Gary's got a tremendous amount of faith in him dating back to high school, and he hasn't given him any reason to doubt it.
Kyle, aside from the obvious stuff experience, what have you seen from the secondary that makes you think they can make a big step forward this year?
Well, I think the experience is what allows me to think that. Now, I want to continue to see it as we go through training camp here. I don't think we're there yet. I think we're still sorting it out. I think they're still learning those players, and it's been a good competition. I watched specifically to watch the defensive backs in practice today. I watched the release drill they did with the wide receivers. I think they did a nice job. So I do see them getting better. Now it's going to be just a matter of putting the whole package together. We don't have the whole defense in yet, so it's kind of hard to evaluate that.
You mentioned Leone. How valuable is his versatility as a guy, probably the first guy at the bench in a couple of positions?
Sure, yeah, I think very valuable. He's going to be probably the first tackle in the game right now for play. We'll see. He's pushing Tosh for that job. He can play any of the spots. He can play guard. He can play center. So those guys are very valuable. It's kind of how a guy by the name of Howard Barbieri kind of broke in early in his career. Mike's a fifth-year senior, but definitely very valuable.
You can tell they were eager to hit today.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell that?
They were eager to play real football.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, the guys on offense and defense, they both like it because anytime you're not tackling, there's always that gray area of what do you got the first down, what do you have not got the first down. We had the one drive I blew dead. Would Gary have got it on the scramble? He may have. But it was a coming out drill, and we were already well past the 20-yard line, so I wanted to see the other guys go in there. But, yeah, I think that it removes all the gray area from the locker room conversations after practice.
Got time for two more.
Miles Nash, he's been getting a lot of work so far. Is he ready, to step in a moment's notice, considering he hasn't had any game reps yet?
Today, no. He's not ready today, but the reason he's getting those reps is because we really think he can do a great job for us. We think he's got a high ceiling and somebody that's going to be a good football player for us. So we're investing right now. And so day 5, I would tell you, is he ready right now? He's not ready right now. But the reason we're investing in him is to hopefully get him ready by that first game.
What are your thoughts on the early D-line depth?
I like it. Darryl was able to get back into practice today. I like that. I like that Sebastian goes in the game when Kenny goes out, and I don't feel a drop-off. I like that. I think Darius is playing at a very high level. So I like that group in general. I like their talent, but I like the way they play.
Thanks, Kyle.